Let's show you this, a live shot of a cruise ship just off the coast of Cape Verde. Why are we interested? Well, the leader of Spain's Canary Islands, where that ship was due to dock, says they will refuse to allow the virus-hit vessel to dock there and has asked for an urgent meeting with Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez. Well, the leader of the islands told the FA news agency this decision is not based on any technical criteria, nor have we been provided with sufficient information to reassure the public and ensure the safety of the population in the Canaries. Well, let's bring you in more details from Thomas Moore, who joins us now. And this is a real sticky situation now, isn't it? Because you've got kind of the worst environment for a virus, or sometimes the best, lots of people in close proximity with each other. And now the solutions, the doors to those seem to be closing again.
Yes, imagine the situation of being imprisoned on a ship where you have 3 people who need to be evacuated according to the World Health Organization. 2 of them are seriously ill. All are stable, but they do need medical attention. And the others are, I'm sure, very worried about the potential for further spread within the ship. Although, of course, the authorities would have taken utmost precaution to reduce the chances of the virus being spread within those confines. They have protocols which they'll be following, because, of course, this isn't the only infectious disease that can spread in these situations. But it is a ship that needs to dock, so this evacuation can take place so that the rest of the passengers can be examined and treated if necessary, and then repatriated to be sent back home under very close supervision. And the Spanish authorities thought they had a deal, the national government thought they had a deal with the World Health Organization and the European Union, but now we see that the regional government, led by Fernando Clavijo, has said that he doesn't want that ship to dock, that he's not satisfied with the precautions there. Now, it's worth noting that Clavijo is he's with the Conservative Party. He is in opposition to Pedro Sanchez, the Prime Minister's Socialist Party. So, is this politics? Is this based on concerns about the medical precautions? We don't know.
Just seeing, as you and I are talking, the World Health Organization saying as of now there are 8 cases of hantavirus, 3 of which confirmed as hantavirus by laboratory testing, so we assume the other 5 are suspected cases. And then also just seeing another line as well, the cruise ship company in the last 10 minutes saying the planned transfer of 3 passengers is still scheduled to take place this morning. Yeah,
ongoing, they're saying. So the hope is that they will be able to get them off in Cape Verde, but whether there is then presumably an aircraft on standby to take them back to the mainland somewhere where they then receive the intensive care that they need, because there is no treatment for this. It is simply based on trying to stabilise them and providing intensive care in high-quality medical facilities. Now, the 8th case, interestingly, was confirmed originally by the Swiss authorities, who said that a man flew home from South America, having been a passenger on the ship. He developed symptoms and went to his GP in Switzerland and is now being treated in hospital in Zurich, and he is the 8th case. He and his wife, who doesn't have any symptoms yet, are both being treated in isolation, and the Swiss authorities say there is no risk to the wider public. But, of course, who did he come into contact with? Is there any ongoing contact tracing? It's the same kind of issues that the South Africans are facing, because, of course, one of the people who died in South Africa did take a plane there, so there is ongoing contact tracing of the passengers on that jet.
The live scene we're just watching here is of a small vessel that had gone up to the MV Hondius and is now making its way, one assumes, back towards shore, or maybe to another nearby waiting vessel. And so that's kind of the very localised scene. There is, I think, something like 143 people on board, somewhere around there, from about 14 or so different nations. In an ideal world, what would you do? Would you take them to, say, the Canary Islands, if they were to agree, and effectively clear out a hotel and have them in isolation and see whether people develop symptoms in a bit of a COVID-style strategy? Is that the best option, really?
Yeah, I mean, we did have that cruise ship during COVID where they did sort of sail the oceans for a while, trying to find somewhere that would accept them. This is a different situation because the problem with COVID was you can still pass it on while still being asymptomatic. With hantavirus, you'll be showing symptoms, and that's when you spread it, potentially through respiratory droplets. So it's a slightly different situation. It's much easier for people to for authorities to identify those who are a risk and then take precautions to prevent them spreading it further. But it would seem almost certain that they would need to find either a hotel, perhaps a military base, where there is a facility to put people up, certainly to allow them to be screened very swiftly, and those who have been in close contact with the known cases, those are the ones who need to be quarantined for a while, I'm sure, before they're allowed to get on board an aircraft.
And just very briefly, what is the survival rate or the fatality rate for those that are affected? For
those who develop pulmonary lung symptoms, respiratory symptoms, it's 38%, according to the Americans. So very significant, but it's not everybody develops those very severe symptoms.
Really good to have you with us. Plenty more throughout the course of the day here on Sky News. We'll keep a close eye on the developments of that story as it happens. Any further information regarding the destination of the vessel, we'll bring you up to speed on it